So I've been shy about making this video, more because I really don't care about talking about myself. But most of you don't know who I am, or why the hell I'm uploading videos. So here we go. I feel I'm living the new American dream, where it's more important to be debt-free, in good health, and more importantly, just happy. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. I sold my soul to corporate America. I was a corporate whore. I bent my skinny white ass over a desk to the highest bidder for 12 years. What I did is I put that money into real estate. And what worked for me probably wouldn't work now. I got into engineering at a perfect time. And I got into real estate at a perfect time. And in a market that I knew like the back of my hand. And I was able to do a lot of the work on those houses myself. So this is my story. I graduated in 2003 as a mechanical engineer. It was a good time to graduate as an engineer. Construction was booming. So it was easy to find a solid job and a good paying job. Well, with a good job, I got myself more into debt. I got a fancy apartment. I was living the life of eating dessert first. I was almost 200 pounds. I'm about 165 right now. So I was a fat ass. I lived, worked in Boston, Atlanta, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago. And I hated my life. There was this time when I was in Atlanta that I got sick. I woke up and I had all these ulcers on my mouth. And it got worse and worse, and I couldn't eat, couldn't drink, lost a lot of weight. Went to the doctor. He said, hey, I can run a whole bunch of tests. We might figure out it's this or that, but let me ask you a couple questions. How's everything going with your family? How's everything going with your love life? How's everything going with work? And I looked at him with a dead serious face and I said, well, I hate my job. And he looked at me really serious and like, yeah, you might want to work on that. So, and that was during a weird time in my life. My father passed away a few months before that. So I really wasn't happy. So in 2005, I decided to take a sabbatical from all this. And I also had this business opportunity that I could kind of pursue. So I tried to be an entrepreneur for a little bit. It was all working out well, but then something happened to our investor and all the money dried up. So I had to get back into the saddle and make money the way I know how to do it best, and that's engineering. So I went back to corporate America in 2006. But unfortunately, I was like a ship taking on water. I was heavily in debt. And I had a lot of behaviors that had to get fixed. So, came up with some cockamamie ideas. One of those ideas was being professionally homeless. So having a solid job, but not having a home. So I bartered with some individuals. I'd live at their house, work on their houses while I did that. One of my opportunities at work was to take a construction job. And when I was on that construction job, I bought myself a Volkswagen Westfalia bus, and I lived out of that bus for a year. A lot of times it sucked, especially when it was wicked cold. I'd be in there with a hoodie and a face mask, and I'd wake up and there'd be icicles on everything. But all that money that I didn't spend on rent, I saved up, got myself out of debt. And after that construction job was over, I sold that Westfalia bus. And I jokingly say that was probably one of my best investments. Made 110% return on investment. So after getting out of debt, sitting around with all my friends, and we came up with the idea of the farm. Took us 2-3 years to actually find the perfect property that fit our needs and our criteria. But I couldn't have done that if we didn't live in this amazing time where there's this knowledge-based class. As an individual, as an engineer, I was able to sell what's up in here for lots of money. And I was able to put that money into real estate. And because of that real estate, I have enough passive income. It's not a lot, but if you live within your means, it's plenty. And I was able to retire February 2014. And that brings us to today. So I left that 6-figure corporate America job to pretend to be a farmer. And I want this channel to be about the documentation of my journey back to the land. And I thank you all for joining and subscribing. And it'll be interesting to see how this homestead works, how I survive out here, and hopefully how I thrive. Another thing, it's not my plan to monetize this channel. We all hate commercials. So if for some odd reason you do see a commercial before one of my videos, it's most likely because I'm using a song that I don't have the license for. So, heard it on one of the podcasts, something along the lines of, I prefer to get rich slowly versus getting rich quick. It's like winning the lottery. There's people out there that have won the lottery, but sorry to be the one to kick you in the balls, it's probably not going to be you. So if you have some things that you're ignoring in your life, maybe you're in debt, maybe you're in bad health, look into it before it's too late. Well, everybody, this is Jurgen, the Badass Homesteader. Peace.